good morning, everybody. Good morning. We're back from Florida. We're back in town. We're actually down here on the water on Captain Al Clowers' boat. We spent the night here last night. We're going to be flying back to Cabo this afternoon. But my goodness, we got a lot to talk about today. I've been kind of out of pocket. I know I did some shows at the iCast show and did a walkabout. Showed you guys some cool stuff, had a lot of views. But boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what's crazy. They know who we are back east. They know us. They know the community. They know what we've done for fishing in Southern California. And they know what we've done for fishing all over the place. Because a lot of the stuff we're doing, gang, at Your Saltwater Guide translates to anywhere you drop your line in the water. So that's kind of cool to see the people reacting to all of our great videos and our website and the community. I heard so much at the iCast show about our community, about the like-minded people on the community and the 0.0 negativity on the community, something that the whole industry really wants to embrace, that part of the industry, because those other websites where it's just constant negativity all the time, that's not working anymore in the industry. It was funny and for a little while in the beginning, but it's not working anymore. So we heard a lot of feedback from a lot of the big names in the industry. And it's because of all of you and all the great posts that you guys make every day on our community and the way you interact on our live podcast and our live fishing shows. So you guys should all give yourselves a big round of applause because it's because of all of you. And then the other things that were going on out there is slowly but surely, the industry's starting to understand, and it's been a long time coming, that they're starting to understand this social media thing and how important it is. But we got our good friend Sean Tobridge live out on the water right now. Good morning, Sean.
Dave, how we doing?
Good, buddy. We're live. A bunch of people listening to you. What's going on up there in the great state of Washington?
Well, we're heading out to beautiful seas right now. We've got a real small group of guys, elderly gentlemen that want to go out and try and catch some albacore. And the Byte's on. The Byte's been on since last week. They've moved in a few miles this week. So we're looking at a shorter boat ride. We're going to have to make it all the way to about 38 miles this week.
Oh, my God. That sounds insane.
Yeah. We got a real nice stretch of weather coming up here. We're pretty much chartered for the next 10 days.
Oh, good.
Yeah, albacore bite, good. Flat, calm seas. Very good bait stops right now. It's kind of hard for us to do heavy stops, but we're only a 6-passenger boat, so we get they get their fill usually on the first day, and then we head on in and try for some salmon or something like that. So we'll see how this trip goes. Right now we're glassing around. There's been some big bluefin spotted, so we're dragging our big jig on the way out here to see if we can snag one of those. Very promising looking summer, Dave. Lots of fish to the south of us still. We know quite a few commercial fishermen that are still 200 miles south of us, and they're in them really good down there as well. So we're looking at a good long season as long as our weather holds.
As long as we have you here with everybody that's listening right now, what can you talk about the anchovy a little bit and how important that is for us down here in Southern California and also for you guys up there? That anchovy's the key to this whole thing, right?
Yeah, it really is. You need the bait on the beach. You need the anchovy on the beach, and you need cooler water. You guys seem to be in a seem to be in a real warm water trend, even not with having the El Nino. I talked to a friend of mine on the Cortez. He was out in the 119 line down there yesterday, out looking for albacore. A few boats went and looked for him. And they've got 67-degree water 100 miles off the beach, and it's only, mid-July here. So I think that warmer waters got that albacore from coming in there. Although in 83 and 84, we were catching plenty of them at 69, 70-degree waters. So, the bait's definitely a key in having the bait offshore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And you know how we all grew up fishing sand bass. We're having the best sand bass fishery we've had down here in 18 years. It's insane. And I think it has to do with that. We have a little bit cooler water on the coast. We don't have that water like that out on the coast here. And we have a lot of anchovies. And Sean, all the clam beds, all the places where they're supposed to be, we're getting them really good this year. It's kind of a cool sign. I thought maybe we would see that albacore down here because of the fact we got sand bass and barracuda. I know that's what we all grew up fishing. That's what got us into this industry.
Yeah, and those big years on sand bass, we had very good albacore fishing as well. If you remember correctly, I'm pretty sure most of those big sand bass years we had albacore. So maybe those guys, usually mid-July, the 1st of August down there, they start seeing some albacore. I just need more guys out there looking for them, and everyone's so keyed in on that bluefin. Those things could be swimming right by you and not even know it.
Yep. So that's why it's kind of important to have a lure out behind the boat. You never know, right? We'll take a blind jig strike all day, every day, right?
All day, every day. Bring it on.
Yeah, well, we're excited to hear what you guys do today. Hopefully, you send me some pictures. I'll post them on my social media. If you guys get into them today, that would be great. And then we will check. The really cool thing about what's going on right now, gang, is Sean is back at it again up there in Washington, and he's going to be trying to call in as much as he can on Saturday mornings, just like last year, to try to get you guys to come up there and go fish albacore with them. It's not that big of a trip to leave Southern California and get up there and go do it, right, Sean?
No, it's a 2-hour flight into Portland, and we have a shuttle bus that'll pick you up right there in Portland, and hour and a half ride the shuttle, and then you're on your boat and on your way. It's really not that big of a deal. If you want to go out and hear the beautiful screams, a hook up and drop a bait in the water and get a bite, all the good fun stuff to go with it, it is not that hard.
And something that our anglers don't understand, because we haven't seen that fish for so long down here in Southern California. We got a lot of brand new anglers that haven't even ever had the experience to catch an albacore. They're going to be blown away when they go fish with you how easy the albacore is to get bit on, huh? It's just like night and day compared to a bluefin.
Yeah, it really is. You get along, and then all of a sudden you get that blind strike, you stop, you catch 20 or 50 or 100. Exciting, fun fishing, fish boiling right on the corner. You fly line a bait and you get a bite. A lot different than what the new anglers just coming into it the last 15 years. They don't know anything about it. And and another thing we haven't really touched on, Dave, is it's the chicken of the sea. It is the best eating tuna on the market. It holds well. We have processing up here. We have sheen up here. We got the whole gamut.
And that's absolutely true that we have to talk about that, gang. Compared to that bluefin or that yellowfin that you guys have all grown up fishing for, like I say on my podcast every day, it's cool to go catch 100-pound fish, but you can't eat it. I mean, you cook it, it looks like a dirt clod. You take an albacore, gang, and the meat is white. It's a white meat tuna. It's what you guys grew up on, eating tuna fish sandwiches. The fish is the most incredible fish. And compared to where you and I were when we were kids catching these albacore, now the way we take care of these fish, Sean, it's just night and day compared to the albacore you and I grew up eating, because we didn't have the care and the handling like we have today. We didn't take, not that it's a knock on the end, it's different.
Well, sure, we're bleeding them. We're dropping them right down into RSW. For those that don't know, RSW is refrigerated seawater. We run that right about 34 degrees, so that fish cools down on the deck while we bleed it. and it's premium product, Dave. We drop it right into that 34-degree ocean water, and it brings that temperature down to that fish. It keeps it firm, and it without a doubt, it is the most mild tuna that we have. It's like eating a tuna that tastes like halibut.
Yeah, it's a pretty amazing fish. If you haven't had, two things I would say, gang. If you've never seen one, now's the time to book with Sean because he just told you he's already booked up for the whole week. So you want to get on this because there's a lot of people that want to go see this fish. At least experience it once in your lifetime. You got a perfect opportunity. And the way that you're running this operation up there, there's not a lot of six packs with RSW on them. Let's be honest. So Sean's been in this industry for a very, very long time, almost as long as I have. The only reason he hasn't been in it as long as I have is because he's not an old man like me, but he knows exactly what to do. You made a living fishing this albacore for a very long time after you left the sport boat. So he's dialed in the best he could possibly be, putting out the best product. But the thing about Sean is he knows how to handle you guys. When you come, you're going to be taken care of first class all the way. I'm not taking anything away from six pack guys, but let's be honest, Sean, there's not a lot of six pack guys with your experience.
Well, I appreciate that, Dave. We want to make it a good experience for the group too. We've got this boat dialed in, 56-foot Westport, very comfortable for 6 people. I mean, sometimes I stop the boat and I'm wondering, where are all the people? Well, you only need to hook 3 or 4 of them. They spread out throughout the boat, pulling on their fish. Next thing you know, you're back there throwing a little bit of chum in the water, and they're right on the corner, and there's nobody around to hook one.
Oh, man, I got to grab 5 of my buddies. We got to get up there before this is over, for definitely. I'll try to put together a group of Your Saltwater Guide members. We got to get up there. What about lodging? We come up, you got places for us to stay? You got to inn with people up there?
Oh, yeah. We got a couple hotels right there in the marina. They're nice. They've got restaurant in them. All the information is on our website, legendsportfishing.com. We got restaurants, hotels. Obviously, we're a day and a half boat, so you're on the boat overnight. We have 6 really nice bunks. They're all double wide, straight luxury fishing. We include all the gear, all the food, all you can drink. I mean, all you got to do is just get yourself here with a backpack and a change of clothes.
Nice, Sean. Yeah, that's what I wanted everybody to understand. You went over it last year, but we got a bunch of new people watching and new people that need to understand. And you spell legends with a Z at the end, right?
Yes, that is correct. Legendsportfishing.com with a Z on the end. That's correct.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody finds you and can locate you. And gang, it's a phenomenal opportunity to go experience this albacore. We kind of talked about, we were hoping it would make a showing here, but like Sean said, that water out there where they live kind of already warm. So we may get lucky. It may happen this year in Southern California, but you know where it is happening? Where Sean is right now. You guys got to book a trip. So get with him, get on the website, find out what's going on. His phone number's there. You can get him, you can get a hold of him, and you can get out fishing with him, which would be pretty spectacular.
Getting a hold of you, the phone number's there. Everything you need to do to get a hold of us, and we look forward to checking back in with you, Dave, and we'll send some photos from today's trip.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you next Saturday morning. I'm excited to hear what happens this week. Have a good one. Go get them.
All right. You as well.
Bye, Sean. Day. Thanks, buddy. All right, gang. We got the man, the myth, the legend. Do you even have a voice left, Daniel Rubin?
I'm melting into this couch in the timeshare because it's 95 and 95% humidity, and I just repacked the trailer in the parking lot of the timeshare, and I'm not going to do anything other than lay here for the rest of the day.
Good for you, buddy.
Yeah, I got a voice. I got a really good voice, Dave. You're really good at making your voice super harsh. I think you're 1 notch louder than me. And then, you lose the voice. But you did pretty good this weekend, didn't you? Or this week. It wasn't as harsh as it was at PCS.
No, you know,
I
it
don't
was
think you're not losing your touch though.
I was on the tank doing a seminar in the middle of the ICAST show. I know, kind of weird. West Coast guy doing a seminar. First of all, let's
I
be
saw the
honest.
beginning of that.
They never seen anybody like me out there. They're just like there's a lot of people with their jaws hanging. But I was flipping the Akara jig into the bass tank, gang, and I was let's be honest, I'm not a freshwater bass fisherman. I can catch them on a live goldfish, but I'm not real adept on largemouth bass. I had an Akara jig. I had the slow pitch jig and reel from Okuma and the slow pitch jig and rod from Okuma, and I had the Akara jig, and I walked up on the top of that tank like I knew what I was doing, and I flicked that thing in the water the first time, and that 8-pound bass in there ate it. He ate it so far down inside of him, I didn't think I was going to get it out. And then for the next half hour, every fish I threw that at ate it. Some of those fish ate it 5 times, and I was so happy that the fish were on my side. But in the middle of my seminar, gang, I was out there in Florida, so I couldn't go full Dave Hansen on everybody. But this full-on Karen came up and asked me if I could please stop talking because she was trying to make a video of a kayak. And if we were in Orange County, baby, they'd be writing about this. It'd be in all the papers. But I had to just kind of.
You had to tone it down.
I had to let her go.
Yeah,
but
they open carry here, I think.
But Daniel, let's talk about you got to hang out. I saw you a couple times hanging out with the president of ASA and the president of ICAST, Glenn Hughes, checking out your product.
You know what's super awesome about those guys is they want kids to fish, number one. Because if kids aren't fishing, right, they're later on just going to go away. And the next thing they want to see is new stuff in the industry. And anybody that's seen ReelQuick so far knows it's a pretty new thing in the industry that hasn't been done or even attempted. It's been attempted a long time ago. A couple people tried to make a quick release that was proper. Zane Gray and Kowalowski, I think, teamed up and did something, but it was really, really chunky and big. This thing's new. Glenn was, he couldn't favor it too much before the new product showcase, talking to them, inside the, I went to the new exhibitor, meet and greet with the other new exhibitors. And, we all asked the question, how do we win? How do we win something like this? I'm new in the industry as far as making something. There's people in the room that weren't new to it. And we were all asking, and what they said was we really should have been on the train about 3 months ago advertising. Right. But ReelQuick doesn't have the budget to do that. And so, it's relying on, certain things. They tried to make it super fair. So the big guy can't come in there with a bunch of money and make a nice prop and have a video of their thing. It's really hard to describe my product with it just sitting there on the table. But what was super cool was some of the people that saw it actually came to the booth to talk to me about it. I'm really bummed I didn't win new product of the, it's new. I feel I don't really think I see too much new stuff out there. What is going on? Who's catching fish?
That's Justin and the gang. They're out there fishing live right now.
Yeah, we are trying to get leopard shark. This is like a 3rd spot, but we're gonna get one.
Leopard.
Leopard shark. Leopard shark. Sorry. We were talking about leopard sharks earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on their polls. Hey,
Joey.
You just showed everyone where we're at.
Yeah. There's Justin. Yeah. Woo. All right.
Good day.
Oh my gosh, look at that. See,
look at these. Look what I'm rocking.
Check that.
Got my underwear on.
Yeah,
look
buddy.
at that.
Woohoo. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's too funny.
What a great group. Hi, hey.
Hello, Captain Dave.
How you doing, honey?
Oh yeah, check out the dog.
Dolly's in the house.
She's eating all the anchovies.
Good girl. Got it
Get the
going
intro.
on, guys. Yeah, there's the dolly girl.
She's learning how to catch grunions.
Oh,
Onion?
perfect. She got herself
Well,
an
I mean-
antidote. She's a happy little girl right now.
Come here, Dolly. Get away from there. Thank you. Get it.
All right. We're going to watch you guys on the sidelines here. And if you guys get anything, we'll jump you back in. And then after that, gang, right after the show, Justin and the gang are going to go live for a few hours. We'll see what they catch. But we'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Have fun, Dolly.
Sounds good. Did you just eat that whole fish?
Hey,
Daniel
Dave.
Rubin, it's kind of
I'm
fun
back.
being on the show, right? You never know what's going to happen.
Well, let's
We
see
got-
if they catch him. If they catch a leopard shark, that'd be so much fun. We'll hear about it very
Now they're
shortly. They're
fishing
going
for
to get one.
thresher sharks. Thresher sharks.
Threshers, not leopards. Threshers, yeah, it's thresher time with Justin.
They're up there fishing for threshers. And gang, we had a lot of people fishing this week while Daniel and I were out of town. A lot of people fishing. Daniel, thank you though for the support, being a sponsor of the show, and hopefully that kind of helped you out over there at the iCash show because it made you kind of visible before you went there. I don't know if anybody's seen you on our show or not, but there sure was a lot of people there that wanted to check out your stuff. Hold on a second.
One guy I wanted to show it to, and he said, "No, I've already seen it. I'm friends with Dave."
Hey, Ronnie V, what's up, buddy? What's going on?
Oh, everything's just lovely over here in Southern California.
Yes, it is. I'm just down here in San Diego on Captain Al's boat. I got Daniel on the phone with me. How fun was that fishing with Daniel's product up there in Alaska?
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
This is
dropping 200 feet for halibut on the ReelQuick 15 to 25. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was incredible. Gang, if
that
you watched
probably wasn't the funnest part, right?
No, it was. It was
that
way
was
fun.
the funnest part.
It was awesome. Well, I dropped that big heavy 2x4 of a fishing pole a few times, and I was like, "Nah, I'm not doing it." This the ReelQuick combo deal is way.
I really want to have a serious conversation because Dave's like, I don't know why they use these freaking rods here. And is it a mystery?
No, it's just they're set in their ways. They've been doing it that way for 100 years. That's just the way they're going to do it. You know, when you're set in your ways, you're just going to do what you do.
All right. Well, and we just come in with 5 NS and catch 100 times more fish. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
And we weren't all worn out. But gang, if you've watched any of our Alaska videos, the guy on the phone right now is the guy you saw every day with the orange beanie on his head, Ronnie V. So Ron had an awesome time, Daniel, while you and I were in Florida. Ron, tell everybody what happened while we were in Florida.
Yeah, Thursday we went bluefin hunting, and it was amazing. I mean, I guess it's been a couple years coming. Not my first bluefin catch, but 100% our first bluefin on the kite with the dead flyer on our boat, and it was amazing.
Wow.
We had to take our little Grady 27 canyon to about 5 miles inside of the Tanner Bank. It was an awesome day, smooth, easy water. And man, what an experience. And then you wonder, I don't know about the rest of the people listening or people that, are on the website. I've watched the Dave and Mike kite videos probably 50 times at least. And it just all worked. Thursday was the day.
Yeah, it was. You were so excited when you called me. I was in the truck riding back from the iCash show, and we were, gang, this is how cool things are nowadays. We were in Florida, in Orlando, Florida. Ronnie V was on the Tanner Bank, which is 85 miles off the beach. but he's got that unit on the boat. He's got the Starlink on there, and the guys all were in the truck, and I had you on speaker, and they were like, where is he? I said, he's 89 miles off the beach. And they're like, sounds like he's sitting right next to us. And then you told the story about this fish. I have it up on the screen right now. That's a big deal. One of my buddies is a big time tournament redfish fisherman, and he totally understood the amount of time and effort you put into this thing. And he wanted to tell you, Stephen Howie wanted to make sure you knew. Congratulations. Stephen Howie's kind of a legendary guy on the Texas redfish circuit, but he understood, and he just loved listening to the excitement in your voice because you called us right when you put the fish on the boat.
Yeah. It was amazing. I was having a little bit of trouble with the indicator. I don't know. It wasn't. I tied it around with a rubber band, and it was slipping, and so I pulled the reel back in and just tore the indicator off and sent the flyer right back out. And then I got on the gyros, and I was just locked on the, just watching the bait, making sure it was doing what it's supposed to do. It was flying right. I was like, this is awesome. I'm watching it slap on the water. And while I was in the gyros, I saw the bite. And it wasn't mild. I did flash. I saw the fish, and he was that thing. He just came flying up and nailed it. And I told Marcus was standing next to me. He was looking that way too. He saw the splash. I'm like, you better start winding, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Real quick.
If I didn't watch if I didn't have your saltwater guide, it's not happening. Like, I don't know, you watch the video of the thing that you're trying to learn or do or get good at or whatever. And just that one video alone of Mike talking about, you got to watch the bait. It's going to change. You got to keep your eyes out. And Dave's like, if you're not in the glasses, 80%, 90% of the time, and all, you got to look. And man, if I hadn't have been looking, I would have missed it.
And it's a very addictive bite, right? It's insane. For a couple of addicts here talking, it's the.
I posted on the website, like, going from mild addiction to fully strung out.
Yeah, buddy. We got 3 sober guys here that know that whole thing, and now you're addicted to that bite. That, like I told you on the phone, there's only 2 good parts of that bluefin fishing: the bite and when you gaff them. The middle part sucks.
Yeah, well, thankfully Marcus was excited to it. That was his first bluefin that he reeled in from bite to gaff. That was the first time he's done that. So it was as cool watching him, work that out. And I was moving the boat a little bit, holding the gaff in one hand and moving the boat with the other hand, and I don't know, the whole thing's just awesome.
Yeah, and I'm glad you were able to share the story with us, and then being with me and you and Pat up in Alaska fishing with Daniel's product. This whole thing couldn't be any better right now. It just, everything's clicking. That's part of the great part of the family of Your Saltwater Guide gang. We're all just so excited about fishing. It's just crazy. Yeah. Like the guy that I was fishing with in Florida, every day after the show, we'd go fish the lake out behind the house. And the Brian from Promar was like, I don't understand you. And I'm like, what did I do? And he goes, you are so excited, Dave, to go fishing after you stood in the booth for 10 hours talking to people about fishing, and you can't wait to go fishing. And I'm like, yeah, I'm into it. I mean, every day, Daniel, Ron and Pat and I would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and run down. I mean, here's 3 old men.
I get it, Dave. Wait a minute. I get it. You go to Alaska, however much money you spend, anybody's going to go fish super early, but then 8 days in a row, Hey, that's impressive. But wait, there's more. The next thing I know, you're freaking sorry. Next thing I know, you're at Catalina, hooked up to fish. Wait a minute. It was the next. Was there even a day in between?
No, we got
There wasn't.
Me and
Are
Ron
you
got off
kidding
the
me?
air.
Now the
Me and Ron
Alaska
got off
thing, you could be
air.
all proud and stuff about the Alaska thing, dude. But if you did that, fine, okay, Dave. But not the next day running. Did you fish in Cabo when you got back the day after?
Yeah, I went surf fishing because the roosters were biting, but I didn't have my GoPro. Yeah.
That's just super fun, right? You got so much energy. And I bet, I don't know what Ron well enough yet, but was he dragging ass by the time you took him to Catalina?
Nope.
No.
So
Okay.
Ron owns this disease just like I do, just like you do, Daniel. We're three recovering addicts right here, gang. I mean, I pride myself on that. I'm sorry I'm giving away your anonymity, Daniel, but Ron and I we wear our sobriety on our shoulder, and we are
You push
100,000
all that energy to the other side, man. All that energy to the positive side till the end.
way more addicted to this than we ever were to the other garbage. Way
It's
more.
true.
I mean, way more. And at the end of the day,
that part, the Catalina thing was impressive.
thank you. At the end of the day, though, Daniel, when we wake up in the morning, we don't have any guilt.
There you go.
Ron's not all guilty and trying to hide from anybody because he caught a 100-pound bluefin.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, Ron, the last time I talked to you, you were interested in some bluefin gear. You
Just talking to you about that.
As soon as I get back, man, we're taking our time coming back. I might be going to Sedona, maybe the Grand Canyon. I have somebody that drove with me from California, from Chili's here for 90 days. And I'm going to take him on a little bit of sightseeing on the way back, do a couple things. But when I get back, I want to come and meet with you if you're in town or in Cali, so we could discuss some things and get some stuff done for you. Get the next bluefin on ReelQuick Blue.
Yeah, I'm right next to you. You know where I'm at.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been there. Super fun.
Well, Ron, I'm super excited for you. We got some other people that want to call in, so I'm going to call you right after the show. You know that. But I'll talk to you in a little while, buddy. Thank you for calling.
Call me too. Talk to you in a bit.
All right, thanks, guys.
So, Daniel, you get to go meet up with Bill Batson now, too, because of the great relationship that we built with Bill. That opened the door for you to get in there with him. And now he is totally addicted to your product, too. He wants to see it, touch it, feel it. He wants you to come up to his house in Washington. How spectacular is that?
I'm so beside myself on that. So, Dave, I met a few people at the show that has seen the product, because the product's been around for the last 6 years. We've been using it. We've been showing it at Fred Hall 6 years ago. And I was off doing another thing, so I was never promoting it. And now Bill's seen it and seen me the last 3 shows. I'm in his face, and he knows who I am. And a couple of the other companies, Winthrop, that's partnered up with Bill because they sell their products. They've known about it for the last 6 years. And Fred's like, yeah, you got something here. And then also Mudhole and him, they do business in competition, but they're totally cordial with each other. And Robbie has seen it, and he took a look at it, and he's like, send me a few pieces, please. I want to check this out. Nice. Bill, I have an open date with him at some point in October. I'm going to go up there and go fish for some lingcod and halibut right before the season, goes super cold. And yeah, that's super special, right, Dave?
Absolutely.
I want to go be a part of the Batson family, the Batson Enterprises family. That would be wonderful.
Hell yeah. I want to show everybody. There's a lot of people watching that don't know what we're talking about. So watch this video Daniel and I made at the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Festival real quick, and we'll get right back into the fish report part of our show today.
Okay.
Go.
All right, gang, your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Hansen. We're down here at the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show, and I'm with Daniel Rubin, the creator of the ReelQuick Reel Seat System. This is an amazing, amazing product.
You guys check this out. ReelQuick Fishing is a dovetail connection. It is in the unlocked position for simplicity here. Comes right off the rod with a dovetail connection. No more screws, no more clamps on the back. Goes on the rod just like that, and we can lock this in place. Turn of a pin. This is strong. This is not coming off of this rod. ReelQuickFishing.com. Dave, you want to add anything to this?
The really cool part about this is the simplicity of it. I fish hard all the time. I hold my rod the proper way. I know a lot of you don't. A lot of you have your hand back here. You always want to have your hand in front of the reel. That's the way that the whole design was made to do, is do it the right way. Normally, when you grab it the right way, you're dealing with the ferrule screws right here. And when you're grabbing it and undoing it, the screws keep coming undone. There's none of that happening anymore. It's a very easy system to use the right way. I was blown away when I saw this. I thought it would add a lot of weight to the rod. Actually, it takes away a lot of the weight.
I fish hard all the time.
Yeah, I don't have a...
Now you do, dude, don't you?
I don't have a slowdown in me. That's just kind of the thing. 64 years old, and I still act like I'm 12 years old going out fishing with my dad for the very first time. Something that, Daniel, I wanted to talk to everybody about, Sean Tobridge and I talked about it before you got on here, was this anchovy in Southern changed the game this year. And gang, so many of our most incredible time out fishing right now. I'm going to show you some of these pictures, Daniel, what was going on while we were gone. Fish are biting everywhere. They're biting at the Channel Islands. They're biting at San Clemente Island and all over Southern California, Catalina. And it doesn't seem to matter where you go. And these big old giant spawning sand bass have absolutely kind of slowed down right before you and I left for ICAST. It kind of slowed down. It was kind of a moon and a current thing. They came back with a vengeance while we've been gone, Daniel. And now there's barracuda mixed in with them, just like a perfect summer opportunity in Southern California. I want to go through some of the members, some of the pictures they've been posting while you and I have been gone. Check this out. That's Dave Farron from Deckhand Sports. He came into town the other day and fished in Florida. He was wandering around there signing some contracts with some tackle companies while he was in town. But he went out fishing, caught those beautiful fish. That red one is like the sand bass in Southern California. They're trying to tell everybody that red fish right there is extinct. It looks like he caught quite a few of those extinct fish, doesn't it? And then we move over here to this picture. Look at that. Robert, the guy that does all of our bait reports and does a phenomenal job, Robert Graper, him and his buddy went over to Catalina. They were there for 3 or 4 days, and look at those beautiful halibut. They had a little taste of everything. They had full speed calico bass fishing. Just unbelievable, Daniel, the fishing right now. There's one of those our sand bass we're talking about, the white-bellied sand bass, gang. The white-bellied sand bass is a highly migratory fish, even though the Fish and Wildlife will tell you that they don't migrate.
I thought they were extinct.
Yeah, there you go. But there's a white-bellied, highly migratory sand bass. Matthew and his buddies went out there and caught full limits, showing us some great pictures of these beautiful fish. And I'm going to show you some more great pictures of some more beautiful fish that are totally extinct. Jason Cutter went out, caught himself a limit of bluefin. Unbelievable. Because of his membership with our website, it doesn't matter if you're on your boat or on a charter boat or wherever you're going fishing. We are a big, giant family, and we all work together, and it's just pretty spectacular what we've been able to do with this website and put together. There's our good buddy Jeff, went out on the 3/4 day boat. White-bellied sand bass, the highly migratory, extinct white-bellied sand bass, the fish that built the Southern California industry. There's Ronnie V's bluefin again. Then we got another beautiful halibut caught by Captain Jesse. He said he's been having just the time of his life at Catalina, catching everything that swims. He didn't take a picture of the sea bass he caught, but he'll be posting that in the next couple of days. But this is 14 hours ago. He posted the picture of that beautiful halibut, Catalina. This is what our members are doing, gang. You're not going to see any of this in there. Larry Allen, always putting out great reports. White-bellied sand bass, highly migratory sand bass, right there, right now. And it just keeps happening, Daniel. We're in this cold water anchovy year, and it's just so cool to see all the members coming together and fishing together and sharing what they're doing. When I did the walk around at the I keep saying PCS, at the ICAST show, everybody was on there. We had like 150 people watching me walk around live. And all the guys and all the gals members were like, "Where's Daniel? Take us to Daniel's booth." And I'm like, "I'm trying to get there." And as you know, as I walk around the show floor, you get stopped every 10 feet by somebody. But we finally made it over there.
You gave us your phone for a little bit. I think Kimberly or somebody was carrying the phone. You had to sit down and get out of those flip flops for a minute.
Oh, yeah. I had to wear shoes out at the show. But, gang, if you want to see Daniel's product and what it's all about and all the cool things, the website's right there. The QR code, you can grab it over there. He's got some other things to show you about this. We tried to show you what we could at the PCS show, but Daniel's put together a very nice presentation on the website. You can check this all out. And then Tiffany, on Thursday, she's doing her rod wrapping show on our show, and she talks about this all the time. A lot of the members are fishing with these. Pablo fishes with them. Ron and I and
Pat,
Captain Al Clowers, we all have one or two of these things, and we just love them to death. It's absolutely, I know it's hard for a lot of you guys. You haven't seen it, touched it, don't know how it feels in your hand. You think, I got to build a rod for this. Yeah, but it's once you do it, it's going to be hard to go back to those ferrule screws. I'm telling
David, it's soon to be on Justin's boat too. I did talk to John at Okuma, and he said we could probably get him on Okuma rods for for the Your Saltwater Guide series. Oh, what do we got?
I don't know. Somebody's doing. I think they're just coming.
Yeah,
I think they're just coming. I just saw everybody go to the side of the
kind
boat.
of fun having Okuma rods with ReelQuick on it. That would be super fun. And it's a better possibility now. And then we are going to have some ReelQuick rods on the rain shadow stuff from Bats and Enterprises. I think we're pretty much. We picked some blanks that are going to be the blanks for you, probably for the same 5NS. So we'll have to get back and talk to Tiffany. She's almost ready to start using her hands again. It's going to be a little bit, I think, longer, and then she's going to wrap some logos. Man, that is going to be so fun and so cool.
And I had a big meeting with Okuma right before the end of the show yesterday, and that Tesoro 5 that you and I love, and it's my very favorite reel they've ever made. They definitely out 2026, the new one. They're just the housing. They're just changing the housing of it so it looks a little more sexy. One of the
I hope this wasn't a secret.
What?
Said I hope this wasn't a secret.
If it's a secret, you know me.
217,000 people just heard it.
So it is.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I can't help it, gang. But what was really fun at the show was starting to see the industry starting to understand social media. That was probably my favorite part of the whole thing, as you're watching these old dinosaurs starting to understand, hey, maybe we should get in on this social media thing. I'm like, guys, I'm 64 years old and I'm posting 3 videos a day. And I hear these kids go, how do you do that? because I'm in it to win it, gang. I'm doing what I can. I became an entertainment channel. You guys are all watching every day. You can't wait to see what kind of funny video I'm going to put out at 8 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 6 o'clock at night. Every day we're pumping out more content than anybody at that show. No one at the show was even close to the amount of content we pump out on a daily basis. Every day, a live podcast, 6 days a week, Daniel. And then these live fishing shows like we're going to go on right after this. And all these people now want to be a part of Your Saltwater Guide. Elliot and I were trying to have at the airport. I don't know how. Like you, guys like Got It, Promar, Okuma, ReelQuick. You got, and Manza Marine, you guys already have your days locked in. I got 10 companies that want Thursday right now. I got 10 companies. We have 1 day available, and they all want Thursday. I'm like, one company may be pulling the trigger on Tuesday. I'll tell you, by next week, we'll have a brand new sponsor for Thursday. I know that for a fact. They all are hovering around. And then it's going to be the live fishing shows are going to be the other way to get in there, and some branded videos coming out with your logo on them or your website, whatever
Dave,
you're trying.
I just made contact with a charter company.
What, Daniel?
I just made contact with the charter. Am I breaking up?
You were, but you're back.
Cool. I just made contact from
Hello?
iCast with the charter company. Yes, I'm here. Let's do that. I just made contact with the charter company in Florida here that's super interested to partner up with ReelQuick and have our gear on their boats, all their boats, and with their captains. And it's big fishing, deep dropping for swordfish, and they're doing some other stuff. These guys might be really interested to do live shows with Your Saltwater Guide, and I will, once we get going with these guys, I'm pretty sure he took a rod home with him, so he's already a fan of ReelQuick. I'm pretty sure it's going to be some kind of collaboration with these guys on some level, and that live stuff just might be something that they want to maybe entertain. We'll see. I'll let them know, but they seem like the kind of guys that would like to have that kind of help. Anyways, I'll let you know how that goes, but they've got 4 nice sport boats, and they have lots of really nice gear on the boat. And some of it I can supply ReelQuick without them throwing their gear away, except their reel seats. So their tips and all that they get to keep. Anyways, super fun. We'll see how that goes.
So I want to show you guys something else that everybody out there was talking about. The the new fillet board that Don Daniel. So many people were asking me about it when we were out there because they've seen it on the show, and they were asking me. Shipped wherever you are, gang. You can just grab one of those and check it out, and get your logo, your boat. A lot of the guides were talking to me about it and wanting to know, how can I get one of those offshore product fillet boards? And I was just like,
Dave, am I breaking
it's
up
not
right
that
now?
hard. All you got to do it. Yeah, both are. I think we're both breaking up because I'm right next to the air.
Steve's Cabo, he just completely redone, and he wants to have a custom thing done on the top of his bait tank with the starboarder, that material that they use. And he did a modeling of it. I don't know if you call it a CAD design or just a model of it with the dimensions, and he needs to get it built. So I need to get in touch with whoever the person is that can maybe say, yeah, we could do that, or no, we can't do it.
Don Stanley, here he comes right now. Listen, watch this.
Hey guys, Don from Offshore Products. I got some stuff I want to show you. These are our new fillet boards. This is our 30-inch fillet board. All of our fillet boards are going to come with these features, which is a scale across the top, cutout for your tools, drain across the back, and then all of our fillet boards can be custom ordered with a logo or your boat name and any font that you would like, or whatever you'd like to put there. All of our boards are made from King Color Core, which are the same folks that brought you King Starboard. This material is impervious. It's bulletproof. This is our 24-inch fillet board, and then this is our 30-inch fillet board with the pole holder mount. Either one can be ordered with the pole holder mount. We can also do custom sizes if you'd like to do a custom order. Now, we are also producing these cool little cup holders. This is the cup only holder, and then this one is the phone and cup holder. And the way you put these on is they just simply snap onto your 1-inch or 7/8 inch rail. You put your phone in there like so, and these things will not move. While underway, they'll stay put. They won't slide down or bounce off or anything like that. We're also working on some other products such as pole holders and a few other things. So if you would like to order any of our products, they are available at offshoreproducts.net. That's offshoreproducts.net. And of course, they're made right here in Upland, California. Thanks.
That's pretty cool, right, Daniel? So you can get a hold of Don Stanley, or he'll call you up. You guys will get together and you'll get that custom made.
Absolutely.
So check out that QR code right underneath Daniel's chin. You want to get one of those boards. There's so many guides talking about it when I was in Florida. And then the other thing, Daniel, they all want to be a part of the live fishing shows. So I believe I've got 2 new guides from Florida that are going to start doing live fishing shows. And then I got your buddy and mine, John from River Cats Tackle. They're loving doing the live fishing shows. And my gosh, how much fun did you have fishing with John?
That was amazing. Do you have a picture of the big cat? Can you find that?
I don't.
Can I text it to you now? Does it get to you quick enough? Or email?
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. Text it to me.
Okay, stand by or keep talking or whatever.
Yeah. So the gang over at River Cats Tackle, they got people fishing in Ohio, they got people fishing in Louisiana, and they got people fishing here and there and in between, and they are all willing to go live with us. Captain Al Clowers, thanks for letting me stay on your boat. And yeah, the yellows are biting at the Coronados, sand bass are biting, bluefin are biting, sea bass are biting, halibut are biting, yellowtail. I don't know what you're waiting for. If you're sitting at home thinking, I want to go fishing, or maybe you're afraid because you don't know where to go. Well, if you don't know where to go, I'll take care of that.
Dave, I want to go back to River Cat Tackle now that I just texted you those
go
pictures.
on there and talk about it for a minute.
John was absolutely spectacular. Treated me with I couldn't believe how they treated me. They was so nice. They met me the night before and drove me out to where the launch ramp was just to make sure I wouldn't get lost. It was not too complicated. It was pretty easy, but they wanted to make sure I could get there. And then he woke up at 4 a.m. and went out somewhere and found bait and met me at the launch. The boat was in the water at 7. And I stepped on the boat and we just backed out. We had to drive downriver towards Baton Rouge, about 10 or 12 miles, I guess, on this. He's got a pontoon boat with a 90 on it that, it does pretty well up the river. You don't need to have a bow when you're in a flat river like that. I guess maybe when it gets swelly, it'd probably be nice to have it. But it was a pontoon boat that's doing I don't know. It only took a very short period of time to go 10 miles. And he's got the magical holes where catfish live. When we pulled up into this area, this bay where the river's going down, it creates these eddies of calm water, and there was more fish jumping around us and large fish, large catfish, and gars, I guess. And there was one other fish. He said 3 fish will break the surface like that. And some of them were doing flops that you thought they were 40 pounds or something. Cannonballs, kind of cool. It would make you turn your head around.
Nice. How cool is that?
So I wanted to give John and River Cat Tackle a plug because you guys can fly into where one of their guides are at And if they're as knowledgeable as John is about finding catfish, he put us on. I got 11 blue catfish in the time that we were out, and 3 flatheads, and many bites where you're, thinking you have the fish, and just you sit down for 5 minutes and you're back on your feet.
And there's that
that's a good one. And look at the water behind us. That's before the storm came in.
Absolutely amazing. So cool that you got to go experience that and that John did that for you. And River Cats Tackle, we're so happy to have you guys as part of our big family here at Your Saltwater Guide. But gang, this morning's supposed to be more about fish reports than me and Daniel telling you how great we both are. The stuff that's going on out here on the water right now is just about as good as it could possibly be. And if you remember what I was talking about on the podcast a couple months ago, was July. After the 4th of July, after they light off the fireworks, it's going to happen. Well, it's happening. It's happening all over the place, all the way up to Washington where Sean Tobridge is. The albacore, you got to check that out. You have to experience that. I think I'm going to get with Sean when he gets back in from this 1.5 day trip he's on. I'm going to find out if he has a date available. Maybe grab 5 of you guys and we'll go up there and go check this thing out, make some videos with Sean and go see what it's all about. I think that would be cool. Hooking them on the ReelQuick system, catching albacore. That's something that hasn't been done yet. I think that we have to go do some R&R up there and check that out. I know Kelly. But Kelly Girl and I are going to Tahoe. We're going up to Tahoe in August to hang out with our grandbaby. And then from there, we're going to go see Kelly's dad. So we're going to take a couple weeks in August to go cruise around and check out some stuff off of the Your Saltwater Guide world. We're going to try to take a vacation. We haven't had a shut down Your Saltwater Guide and do that. Kelly and I we've been working our butts off for 7 years doing this live show 6 days a week and doing all the videos and everything. I think I promised Kelly I would shut it down for 2 weeks and we'll have our videos still going out, but we're not going to be doing our live podcast for 2 weeks. I'm going to just
Can you have somebody stand in and do that?
Yeah, if I was there to produce, I'm not turning my stuff over to anybody. So
no, I get not anybody. What do you think? You're just going to randomly give it to some knucklehead on the street? That's not what I asked you. Wrong.
No, I'm not turning it over to Rain. Nope. It'll be
okay. Hey, say hello to Pablo. Pablo's on there saying hello to us. And my partner Steve in the business went fishing overnight the night before they were coming back under the bridge at Channel Islands Harbor yesterday. They got four nice white sea bass on ReelQuick gear on the No Remorse 31 Cabo, and they would have limited out if the Barracuda didn't move in and start chewing everything up. And they were fishing, I think, also with Tuna Club gear, and it tore up some linen. It's ruined them. Anyways, they did have a good time. I was trying to get him to call in and give a report, but he's not going to make it in time. Maybe we'll send some video to you afterwards.
Yep, let me know. I'd be more than happy to show everybody what he did up there. Gang, we're coming to the end of our show. If you had a question, Daniel will go back in there and he'll answer all the questions. He'll check it out. Pablo, hopefully you can join us on Monday and tell everybody where you've been for the last couple of months. We haven't really got to see anything from him or talk to him at all. So that'd be fun. Wait a minute. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Look at that. The ghost has arrived. What is going on, Ghoster? Nope, no volume. We got nothing. We can't hear you. Can't hear you.
How about now?
Yeah, there you go. Look at you.
It's been a while trying to operate this thing, but yeah. So I don't know what's going on with the Starlink. I've tried to do it several times and it just doesn't work. So I've got some stuff I'm going to give you, Dave, and you can put up. And Daniel, I've been fishing, been having a blast. Going tomorrow actually with Steve Duncan on his boat. So just a fun trip. I don't know what that's going to be like, just sitting there and just like, I don't know. I'm going to have them tie my hooks and everything and put my bait on, and I'm just going to relax.
That sounds fun. Sounds like
Perfect.
fun. What, have you been catching anything, or you just been driving around?
Yeah, just driving around. No, yeah, a lot of driving around though, but definitely some catching too. There's a lot of yellowtail on patties. Everything's pretty much holding now. We've seen a lot of Dorado. Same thing on patties, but they're just lockjawed out. But at least they're in the area in pretty good volumes. So
Wow.
yeah, it's amazing. You get up top and just look down at the patty, and you'll just see all kinds of stuff. We have one patty that had the Dorado swimming around it, really far outside. You know how they do that perimeter predator thing, and then it had small little bonita on it, and then some decent grade yellowtail on it too. So yeah, it's been fun. I think that right now it's just going to get better and better. The bluefin are out there, but yeah, I saw like a few good spots of them the other day. We had a couple opportunities, but it was like they just weren't foaming. They were coming up a little bit, and then it seems like whatever we tried, they tried something different. Like once I put out the spreader bars, then they were like super close to the boat, and then when we were trying to get on them, they would just go down. So it was kind of one of those bluefin or being bluefin days. But there's a lot, and there's different school sizes out there for sure. But I saw a lot of like somewhere between like 30 to 50, 60 pounds maybe, which is perfect. Those are perfect size. But yeah, they're being little boogers. When they bite, they bite. But it seems like it's hard to get them to go right now sometimes.
Well, gang, I got to get going to the airport. I'm flying home today. Pablo, thank you for jumping in with us. And as usual, Daniel, thank you for being here with us on a Saturday. And I'll talk to everybody on Monday. I'm flying back to Cabo right now. I'm going to put Justin back on the show. We're going to log off, hook up, and then Justin will be live out there with the group, with the family. And hopefully, Pablo, you can go live with us tomorrow on Don Stanley's or on Stephen Duncan's boat. That would be fun. It's good to see you, man. I haven't seen you or heard from you in a long time. I didn't know what happened.
Yeah,
So,
I figured you guys were, eye casting and all that. So I know everybody's been busy, and obviously this is a super busy time for all of us, as we hope to be. So yeah, man, it's good to see you, Dave. Good to see you, Daniel. I hope iCast was phenomenal for you, Daniel, with the ReelQuick, and I hope it was solid for you, brother.
Yeah. Did you just finish that boat? Was that the post I saw just happen?
Yeah. So the boat is up. I put it with the broker, and then we're just putting feelers out right now, and then it's going to be like on Yacht World and all that.
Got it.
So yeah.
Dave, safe travels, pal.
yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, don't forget about Todd Manser, Pablo, if you really want to sell it.
All right. Yeah, I'll have to hit him up too. Yeah. All right, guys.
All right, gang.
Well,
I'm gonna bail. I
guys
gotta haul
take care.
ass. My ride, Mr. John Stanley. Mr. John Stanley's giving me a ride to the airport, so I gotta be ready. I can't make my buddy John wait.
oh, nice.
Thank you, everybody, making this a great show. Thank you all for being there with us. Hi, Kate. I see you in the back. Hi, Kate.
Oh,
Yay.
hi.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Good to see you, young lady.
Good to see you guys too.
All right, guys.
Have a great day.
I'll talk to y'all later.
Fun.
See you on Monday, everybody. Have a great weekend. Turn off the news. They're all lying. This is the only